to anyone who's watching. Just to introduce myself, because this is really my first vlog. My name's Vitti. I'm 46 years old. Almost 2 decades ago, 2 of my sisters became severely disabled, and life changed as we knew it, literally in the blink of an eye. And you never get used to it. You just try to survive and cope with it. And I've been a carer now for almost 2 decades, and anyone who's looking after someone else, be it a mother or a grandparent or your children, or even if it's a job looking after someone else, there comes a point where it can literally swallow you whole, and you suddenly realize you're not fine. You're telling everybody you're fine, but inside you're not fine, because your whole life has become a life not your own. So the name of this video is I'm not fine, because fine is the word that I have been saying for the last bloody almost 20 years. When everyone asks me, how are you coping? I'm fine. What are you doing? I'm fine. Because if you tell them you're not fine, people don't really want to hear it. So if they say, oh, how are you coping at home? If I say, oh, things are really difficult, people kind of switch off. They don't want to hear. So I've been using this word fine for so long, but the truth is I'm not fine. And if I was fine, I wouldn't be in this pickle that I'm in. So I'm not fine, but I want to do something about it. I want to change not being fine, because I don't like feeling overwhelmed and burdened and stressed and unhappy and miserable. So this is what I want to change. So this is what I want to use these videos for, mainly to show what I'm now going to do with my life to try and change this situation that I'm in. Some things I can't change, they're inevitable, but the little things that I can try and change to make my life a little bit better, I'm going to do those. And some of it is like my paintings, some of it is going to be traveling, some of it is going to be taking new risks in life that I haven't tried taking, or if I've tried I haven't succeeded. So I'm going to start doing stuff, whether I feel motivated about it or not, I'm going to do it. So when I tried to imagine my old self when I was just at university, there was so much that I wanted to do. I had so many interests. I loved life. I loved doing things. Me and my sisters would do everything together. You know, they meant the world to me. I didn't really need lots of friends and stuff, because we did everything together. And then when they fell ill, my whole world just shattered. Like, you know, they're both very disabled now. One can't speak and she's got severe cognitive problems as well. The other one's got multiple sclerosis and she's in, you know, a wheelchair with severe disabilities, but thank God her cognitive abilities are not so affected. And so when they fell ill, my life just, and my heart just disappeared, because life as I knew it just went. Your best friends are gone, your sisters are gone, the people you talk to have gone as your confidants, everything, and they're no longer someone you turn to for support. They're now people you have to physically and mentally take care of. It's a total different scenario, it's a total different relationship. And even though, like, for me it's really hard, because for me my old sisters have, not the one with MS, because obviously cognitively she's the same, but the sister that I live with that's had the strokes, it's like a death that you can't grieve, because okay, she's still here, but she's not actually the same person. Her personality is nothing like what she was. So it's like I've been replaced with someone that's not her, and it's very difficult, because you can't really grieve because they're not dead, they're still here, but you are grieving because you have lost a family member, because the person's personality is no longer the same. So it's very difficult, because you're crying inside, but you can't grieve. There's no way to grieve and say, oh, my sister's different now and she's nothing like what she was, but she's still physically here. It's a very difficult situation, and there's no bereavement. They should make some sort of bereavement for it, where we can have some ceremony, and you can, I don't know, let off some balloons and say, oh, I'm really sad that she was like, her personality was like this before, but now she's like this. I don't know. They should have something, because there isn't anything really for people living with those with cognitive disabilities where the personality is completely changed, because it is a loss of a loved one, but a different type of loss. Now, I've been running on autopilot, literally every day. Sometimes I don't even remember doing certain things, and I've done them. It's because I've been on just pure survival mode. I've not been living. When I think about people living their lives and stuff, that's not what I've been doing. For me, life has been just pure survival. I had to get through today, get through the next day, get through the next day, and that's how I've literally lived the last almost 20 years. But I don't want to live it anymore this way. I want to try and start living it and making the most of life, even under difficult circumstances. I do get criticised a lot, or I feel like people are also going to criticise me and think, well, you're 46 now, why didn't you do this? You should have been married, you should have done this, you should have a house, you should have a car, you should blah blah blah. But nobody knows your own life but you. Now, when you have 2 disabled members in your family and you're really responsible for looking after them, how can you really then try and go out and make your life when you can't hold down a job properly because you're a carer? You know, your own emotional state is up and down because you're looking after people that are dependent on you, and it's wearing your own soul down. It's very easy for others to point the fingers at you and think, God, I can't believe she hasn't done X, Y, Z by now. But only those who walk in their shoes know how difficult their lives are, and no one really should question someone else's unless they are actually in the same boat. But they can't be, because one person's mindset could be different. Even if you're on exactly the same path, you know, your mindsets might be different, so that's going to affect how you deal and react with things. Also, we've got 2 rescue dogs, and they landed on our doorstep by accident, and we've had them now for 11 years. And I think anyone who's got any form of hardship, mental or physical, having some form of pet is so therapeutic, because in the times when it was very dark for me and very difficult, they're always there, they're always happy to see you, they always make you smile, they don't want anything from you. So I would recommend pet therapy to a lot of people, and it doesn't matter what pet you have, but I think it makes a lot of difference to someone's life and well-being. Let me introduce you to my little Gucci. Can you see little Gucci? How can you not love this little girl? She's 12 now. Paulette. She's a little baby. She'll always be our little baby. Our little Gucci. Gucci, say hello. Hello. Okay, let me introduce my Bullet. Bullet, my baby. Say hello. Hello. I'm not sure if this video has made any sense, but basically, if I summarise it, I'm in my mid-40s, I'm a carer, I look after both my sisters with the help of some external carers as well, do all their paperwork, everything that they need to have done. I look after our rescue dogs, look after the houses and the paperwork, all the boring chores. But I'm now saying to myself, I'm not fine. I need to make a change. Only I can make this change. No one's going to do it for me. I need to make a change, and I need to start living life as opposed to surviving life. Survive, survive. No more survive, survive, survive. Now it's time to live, live, live. So, fingers crossed. I'd like to say thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, I'm happy. If you'd like to hear more, I'll be happier. Thank you for watching, and ciao.